Hey everyone, welcome again. And if you're a businessman, if you're an entrepreneur, and even if you're not a businessman and entrepreneur, you want to relocate, and you're a senior executive, you want to relocate, the news is all good. Globally, travels have opened up. What travels have opened up means is that for those who want to immigrate under the entrepreneur category visa based on being an active entrepreneur, the world is open again. Canadian Entrepreneur Program. All provinces have specific programs. Almost all provinces. Pick the province. Look at the investment between $200,000 to $500,000. What it's talking about in Indian rupees, maybe 1.5 crores, or 4 crores, maybe 5 crores. Bigger the city, more maybe the investment that may be required. Also depends on your business plan. But the main thing is that keeping aside the disappointment of last 2 years, now you can conduct an exploratory visit. And during that exploratory visit, which is a requirement for majority of provinces, during that visit, you meet the provincial officials, you meet the taxation advisors, you meet the lawyers, you meet the real estate agents, you visit the schools and colleges which your kids might be attending, you decide on the residential neighborhood which you would like to reside in between different provinces, because you may like to decide during this exploratory visit which province you want to make your home finally. Well, during this visit, you can visit multiple provinces, and finally, depending on your options, your ability to invest, your priorities, your family's priorities, maybe in some places you may have friends, families, in the other province you may not. So depending on all these factors, and of course most importantly depending on the eligibility requirements of a province, because you may like a particular province but may not have those funds, may not meet the eligibility requirements. Deciding finally on the province whose eligibility requirements you meet. It has now become possible because exploratory visits are possible, because travel is now open again. In case you are missing out on applying under skill category for any reason whatsoever, be it CRS ranking, be it your age, for any reason whatsoever, but you do have funds, and maybe because the whole of your life you have spent in doing business and only want to do business, entrepreneur category is the category. Fantastic category. Also, if you are a senior executive or into mid-40s, mid-50s, get self-employed. Start a small business and become a Canadian resident. How easy it is. There are some, only limitation, and in fact that's the only limitation I see. But for those who are determined to make Canada their home, that's not a limitation actually, because in all provinces, almost all provinces, they initially issue you a work permit for 2 years, during which they expect you to execute the business plan that you, based on which you said that you're going to do the business in Canada. So during those 2 years, you establish your business. If you said that I'm going to hire 1 or 2 Canadian, hire them, and with your roughly, after you have 1 year's financial statements available of your business, apply to the province for nomination, you get your PR. For those whose intentions are good to do genuine business in Canada, they don't have to worry even if they're getting a 2-year work permit initially. And here is a big advantage that when the work permit is more than 6 months, because this question is often asked, but I'm not a permanent resident, are my kids going to get benefit of subsidized education? If I'm on work permit, well, when you're on 2-year work permit, your kids get the benefit almost as same as permanent resident when it comes to the subsidized education for your kids in the public universities. Of course, schooling is free, so those benefits you do get even when you're on a work permit while establishing your business and under the entrepreneur category. So keep this in mind. Intent is good. You have clear idea about the money you want to invest. There's nothing wrong whatsoever in applying for entrepreneur category. The decision is quick. Within roughly 6 months to a year, you are in Canada. These days there's a little bit of delays in issuance of work permit, but that is likely to be taken care of in due course. Canadian entrepreneur category with travel restriction open is a great category for you if you are an HNI, businessman, entrepreneur, or a senior executive. Thank you. Have a nice day, and do subscribe and press the bell button. Have a good day.